Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. We are leaving Manila and also the Philippines.
And we're heading to one of our favorite places here in Asia.
Woohoo!
Let's go. Made it to the airport and the sun is brutal right now. It's like the worst sun we've experienced in a while. This is the earliest we've ever arrived to the airport. It is 4 hours before our flight. This is also the most people we've ever seen at the airport. So that's kind of crazy. So there's one checkpoint when you first walk into the airport. They just make sure that you have a valid boarding pass to get into the airport. We've heard that this airport's kind of a nightmare to get out of, both like check-in and security and then immigration. So we're here very early and hopefully it all goes well. Yep, these are definitely the longest lines we've ever seen at an airport. Always check in online whenever possible, because the online check-in line for bag drop is a fraction of the size. Well, that took about 25 minutes in the short line, so I can't imagine the long lines. And that was probably the strictest check-in process I've ever been through. It felt like an immigration questionnaire just to check into the flight. They didn't weigh our bags this time. We're both over, of course. But because we have our laptops, they said it was okay. So, life hack. Immigration took less than 2 minutes, but then here's the security line. Security took 39 minutes to get through, so not as bad as I expected from the line, but still one of the longer securities that we've ever had to stand through. But seems relatively organized. But now we are stamped out of the Philippines and we're headed to our next country.
Ooh, we're going back to Bangkok, Thailand.
Yay! But first we're gonna go sit in the lounge. In case you didn't buy your mangoes at a grocery store, they have a store here that has lots and lots of mangoes at the airport. We still have 200 pesos in our wallet that we gotta get rid of, so we're spending that on chocolate dipped mangoes. We're also buying a shirt at the airport. We don't want any regrets of not having a Manila shirt.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, that marks the first time we've ever bought anything at an airport. But it was really good prices, so I'm not even mad about it. The mangoes were $3.50 and the shirt was $5.50. So if you need some last minute souvenirs, the airport's not a bad option here.
Yeah, because you will not see me buy stuff in the US airports.
There's also a water refill station at this airport. Got some solid food options at this one. Ooh, penne pasta. And here's all the food that we got. For vegetarians, this is the only food option, but it smells really good. It's a pasta with mushrooms. And this pasta tastes amazing. And according to Yami, this also tastes very good.
Yeah, they have some really good Filipino food here in the Philippines.
While we have a little bit of time in this quiet space, we also wanted to talk about why we didn't go to an island in the Philippines, because that's kind of what everybody does. They come to the Philippines and they go straight to the islands rather than stay in Manila. But when we looked into it, all the flights were just prohibitively expensive. Like it was anywhere from 600 to 800 round trip just to go to an island. And even for budget airlines, after paying the checked baggage fees, it was going to be about that much. So spending anywhere from $1,200 to $1,600 in the span of 1 week would have absolutely destroyed our budget. And that's not even including transportation and food and hotels and anything else. So it's definitely on our list to do when we come back and we have a bigger budget, but it just wasn't in the cards this time.
I've heard that the islands in the Philippines are like stunning, and I've seen the pictures. I believe it. It's just like, I feel like if I were to go to the Philippines and go see the islands, I would want to go to multiple islands, and I also don't want to go broke. So I feel like, yeah, in the future when we potentially have more money, we'd love to like just go around and do all of it.
After a very pleasant 2 hours in the lounge, it is now time to head to our gate.
And then we've got a 4-hour flight to Bangkok.
Yay! So in our experience, from walking into the airport to getting past security and getting to the lounge, took just about an hour and a half. So definitely do arrive early. I think 4 was excessive though. But since we have lounge access, I'm not too mad about getting here early. But overall, this is actually a very well organized airport. It didn't feel as chaotic as the internet might have you believe. So I'd say overall pretty pleasant.
Yeah.
First triple aisle plane in 6 months. Made onto the plane and we have a window seat with no window. And there's also no air conditioning on the roof. So I hope they have some kind of air conditioning because it's hot. But other than that, pretty organized boarding, much better than when we boarded in Malaysia. Very calm. And yeah, that just about does it for our time in the Philippines.
Bye, Philippines!
And we made it to Bangkok.
Sawadee-ka, Thailand! We're back!
And this is the last country of season 1.
After this, we are ending our Southeast Asia travels. It's been an incredible 6 months, and we're about to finish our 7th month here in Thailand.
Made it through immigration. We were the last ones in our line, and the guy was not too happy. Seemed like his break might have been overdue or something. And fortunately, we only got 30 days in Thailand. And we have a plane ticket in 35 days, and we have an Airbnb booked for 35 days. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out either how to change those two things or how to get an extension for 5 days. Every other time we've gotten 45 days, so we just assumed we'd get 45 days again. Not the case. Our first time in Thailand, they gave us 45 days. Our second time in Thailand, they gave us 45 days. But this time, they only gave us 30. But luckily, bag number 1 made it. That's me. And bag number 2 made it. Went through customs, and now we're just waiting on our Grab driver. We did a little bit of research, and apparently the 45-day visa was a temporary program that ended March 31st. So it is on us for not researching that. But yeah, now it's gonna be, I guess not prohibitively expensive, but kind of pricey based on our daily budget, like $120 to get our visa extended for those 5 days that we need. Plus it's probably gonna be an entire day of like waiting around. Well, first getting to the place where you extend it and then waiting around to get it extended. Otherwise, we have to rebook our flights and our Airbnbs and everything on the other end, as well as this Airbnb, which there aren't any good options right now because we're booking a month out. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna analyze best, worst, and figure out what we're gonna do. It wasn't just because our immigration guy was rushing for his break, which he was definitely rushing for his break. It was just that it's 30 days. Last time we landed in Bangkok, we took the airport train to get into the city. It was $5, but in the end, we didn't really feel like it was worth it. The savings, because a Grab from the airport's like $12. And for that extra $7, you don't have to walk in the heat, or in our case, at night in the heat, and drag your bags around town. And you also get point-to-point service, so I think $7 is worth that point-to-point service. Alright, we made it to our Airbnb, and we're already feeling exhausted, so very glad we didn't do the train. It's the same building and the same host that we stayed with last time, but we're staying in basically like a mirror image Airbnb to our last one, so we'll give you just a very quick tour.
Room tour time! So right here we've got the kitchen, the fridge, and a handy dandy washer. And on this side we've got some storage space and the dining room. This is a pretty big couch compared to the one we were in last time we were here. And there's the bed. These bathrooms are kind of different. So in here it's just like the shower, the sink, and the toilet is separate. It actually feels kind of nice to have like a bigger space. I felt so crammed in Manila for 2 weeks. And obviously I cannot forget to show you this beautiful view.
In total, we're paying $42 a night here, which is on the higher end of what we normally stay, but we really like this area, we really like this building and the amenities, And we also like that there's a shuttle to the mall here, which is also the BTS station. So overall, we just really like this spot. And hopefully, knock on wood, we can stay here for 35 days. We just have to figure out how to make that happen.
I'm still surprised that we're back in Bangkok. I feel like I literally just left. We've been in Thailand 3 times and Bangkok 4 times in 6 months, which is like the most amount I've ever visited a city in like that short of a time. So I'm really excited to be back in the area, and I know they got some really, really good food here too.
So right now we just got to deal with food and water. So let's get going. But before we head out, you already know the first thing that we got to unpack is our amazing little collapsible backpack. Let's go. We're finally back in water dispenser country. But fruit cart guy has not spun tonight. Of course, we have to stock up on some Thailand snacks. And good old little beer. And then right outside the 7-Eleven, we're back at our fried rice spot, and it looks like he has a new menu. Looking around, all the stands in this area have upgraded, and I'm willing to bet if we go back to some of the other businesses that we've seen before, they've also upgraded. Last time we were here, we thought everyone upgraded because it was Thai New Year, so it's like New Year, New Me, but apparently they're just always upgrading here.
It's so cute to see like the vendors, you know, just like offering more stuff, upgrading their business, and I'm very, very happy to be here and to be eating street food again.
First meal back in Thailand.
Ooh, fried rice, baby.
And we also got our 2 waters for the weekend, which we can refill at the machine. Yami already dove into the fried rice. I think she's regretting her chili choices.
Ooh, that's spicy. I missed that. I missed that. I love that red powder. It's a dangerous stuff.
Yeah, this is a new chili. We asked him for some crushed chili, and that's what he gave us. We'll have to find that bottle somewhere. And we are back.
Welcome to Thailand.
Our first adventure here in Thailand is probably going to be figuring out how to extend our visa. We looked at all of our different options, and I think that's going to be the cheapest and the easiest one to pursue first. Fortunately, since we do have a month of notice, there are a couple other options, but I think this one's going to be the best one to pursue. So if you're interested in figuring out how to extend a Thailand visa, make sure you stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.